Hey everyone, well I hope you've been having a good 4th of July and we're having 4th of July weekend here and coming up and everything, and I sure hope that every one of you's been doing well. Before I get to the pen review that I have, I don't want to spend too long on it, but I want to apologize that I've been gone as long as I have. I just noticed, I believe I was gone like 3 or 4 weeks, I think 4 weeks or something off of here on YouTube, and I just want to apologize for that. I've kind of cleaned up the study and office here a bunch, and it took me about 2 days, but it's pretty much clean. As you can see, I've finally got the majority of my ink is organized over there, and thanks to my mom, I now have all 3 of the chipettes from the Squeakquel, so that's pretty neat, I thought, and I want to thank her for that. And she also got me 2 ink colors, and which I'll have in another video at one other point. But anyway, so I think that's most of that. And also, again, I don't try to make this as short as I can, but well, my grandma's still healthy, but it's got to the point where I have to do about like 80% of the housework now, so I'm still kind of getting used to that, and you know, making sure that I do everything I can for her and everything. So with that out of the way, I will go into the pen now. And so I'm sorry that was a little long. And anyway, so this pen is one of the ones I got about 5 months ago in that initial pen haul that I did, the update of my fountain pen collection. And it's the TWSBI Vac700r, and this is an Iris. And I think first off I want to say I think it's so unique. The rainbow pattern is amazing, and I watched a video today, I can't remember who it was by, but anyway, and they mentioned that each one is unique when they make them, so that's really cool. And the value is awesome. I can't remember if it was $90 or whatever that I paid. I got it on gouetpens.com when I got it. Again, I don't remember. It's in the 80 to 100 range, I believe, but I think it's a great value for what it is, and vacuum filling, which is really cool. It doesn't, in that other video too, he said it doesn't feel as easy as the Pilot Custom 823, and I think he's kind of right, because it does usually takes me 2 or 3 pumps to get full. I think this took 3 to get this full, so it's not as cleanly operating, but it's still very good. I love how the print on the nib looks. I don't have a good close up, but it's really, really nice. I think it's gorgeous, like I said. I think what else is so neat is how they did the rainbow up under here on the feed of the nib too, and it goes up into this section. I think that's excellent. And the feed's removable, and you can really fully clean it out, which is excellent. I love that about it. And so you got the TWSBI logo up there, and I think they're made in Taiwan, I believe, as well. And this clip, it's not as stiff as a nail, so that's excellent. I really like that. And it's got a really nice divot there so that it pushes the clip up when you put it on fabric, which is good. I think I've brought this to school and used it at least once, and it works wonderful. And I've got this in the broad nib, as I would for my handwriting, and like I said, it does really good. And I think even the broad nib's not bad. I was very tempted to get I don't know what they come in, if it's a 1.1 or 1.5 millimeter stub. I about got that, but I didn't go with that because I wanted it to be still fine enough I could write like an address on an envelope or something a little bit finer than that. And then I didn't show this, but this is the box it comes with, which is really nice. I guess this is what they use for a lot of their pens. I don't know if the TWSBI Eco has this nice of a box, but I would think it probably does. Just box thing, and it was like that, and you get your little guide about how to fill it and clean it and everything. You can even re-grease the seals, which is nice. That's one great thing about these TWSBIs. This is the only TWSBI I've owned, by the way. I want to say that I got the chance to ride with one of my friends had the TWSBI Eco in medium, and even though that's a little bit fine for my riding, I still thought it wasn't bad because he wanted me to clean it out and fix it for him, so I did. And I think that's basically the majority of that, and it just sits on that like so. And yeah, I think that's pretty much most everything about that. So I will put this back in there. I think that, okay, that went on top. I'll put the box back together. We don't need the box. And I believe that's everything that I need to talk at my face with. So I will bring you guys down to the paper and we'll do the riding sample. And yeah, so I will see you in just a second for riding. Okay guys, so I'm back. We're doing some riding. The TWSBI Vac700r Iris. And I've got Noodlers, Apache Sunset for my ink. I really like this ink. It reminds me, since I live in Tennessee, it really reminds me of like the Tennessee Vols color, so I really like that about it. And flexibility. Probably not going to get much, I know, because it's a steel nib, but I'll just gradually apply some pressure. About right there is probably about what you'll get. I mean, there's some to be had, but it's not a nail, but it's definitely not anything flexible by any stretch, for sure. The wetness. And flow. Seems pretty good. I think that's a good, decent patch of ink right there. And I forgot to mention, and I'm sure a good bit of you know this is if you know fountain pens, but it helps to make sure that when they're a vac filling pen that you make sure you vent this at the back, so don't ratchet that down. And you need to check to be sure that right here you've got a gap there for the ink to come in there, and make sure that the ink flows well. Smear test. Puts enough ink for sure. It's not a gusher, but it gives plenty of ink, especially with this broad. And and I didn't mention, I should have, this is a Rhodia 80 gram dot pad. And reverse routing. It's like really extra fine, super dry. So definitely not for that, but I bet because it's a broad that it's because it's a broad nib, I mean, it seems a little bit flatter right there, but that's fine. That's something I actually like about this. And then the last part is we'll see if the feed can keep up with the pure guston test. Pretty good. It may have skipped a couple of times, but then again, I really stretched it up there when I was flexing it and everything, so I don't know how much it was beyond the fault of the pen, maybe a little bit, but still a really pleasant rider, no doubt. I still think it's an awesome pen. I didn't use it a bunch when I got it, but I'm starting to use it a little bit more. I really appreciate it quite a bit more than I did. And especially now that I know how to fill the vacuum filling mechanism, because this is I think this is one of the only pens I have like that. So thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I will see you later, guys, and I hope you have a good one. We'll see you.